So, I've thought about several ways that I was going to start this video. I'm going to start this video, but I think everything is still. I don't even know. I really don't know. But I remember having a conversation. Was it a conversation? I think I just randomly said. I was telling my husband one time, and I said that I think that when you lose someone, maybe like the relationship ends, right? I feel like it's harder than when you lose someone to death. And it was like, nah, like no, it's not. Like, and in my head, I'm like, nah, I don't think it is. Like, at least the person is gone. When you lose someone to death, you feel like the person is gone. Person is gone, and you know that. But as at the time, looking back now, I feel like that was such a foolish statement to make. I mean, as at the time, I had not lost anyone close to me to death. The only person that I think I lost to death and I attended the burial was my grandma. But now that I've lost, will I say someone or people in less than a year, I'm just like, nah. This is definitely really tough. I mean, you lost if you should um end a relationship with someone. I mean, you can still see the person's maybe post on social media. You can still see the person maybe once in a while. At least you can see that the person is alive. The person is doing well. Even if the person is not doing well, there's still hope and all that. But if you lose someone to death, it's definitely not the same. And I really don't cry. I I remember how at the beginning of the year I noticed that maybe it wasn't posting as often as she would usually post. Right. And I'm like, I hope maybe it's fine. I hope she's okay. I sent her a DM, checked on her, she responded. I think I sent her a DM in February or so or March, I can't remember. She responded and she's like, oh yeah, she's doing okay, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh thank God. And few months later, I think the whole South Africa thing that was going on, I was so concerned. I'm like, oh my goodness, I hope um she and her family are not experiencing this. Like it was so bad. Videos that I was seeing online, it was really bad. I'm like, I hope they are not experiencing this and all that. And she wasn't online, she wasn't posting, so I was really concerned. So I'm like, oh maybe she's pregnant and then maybe first trimester and all that. But tried sent her DM on Instagram, she didn't respond. I'm like, "Oof, okay, what's going on?" Sent her a message on WhatsApp, she didn't respond at first. And so I was telling my friend, I'm like, oh, I really hope that maybe it's fine because I've not heard from her and all of those things. And they were like, oh, do I know someone that I can reach out to ask to find out about how she's doing? I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can. Tried looking for maybe checking Instagram if I could find her siblings Instagram handle and a lot of those things. And I think that same day that I wanted to, I tried calling her as well. She didn't pick. In fact, I think her phone was even on DND, so it didn't even go through. But later that same day, she responded and she said, "Oh, that she's doing okay. I think it was just small sickness, and she's showing the sickness with boss." All right, I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that um you're getting better. I pray that your healing is complete, is perfected, and just every time I remember, I just pray for her and just ask God and to keep she and her family safe, to heal and all of those things. I was always looking forward to each time I open Instagram, I was always looking forward to seeing maybe's post. Like, oh, maybe it's back. I was so excited. Like I was I was already anticipating a first post after that long break. I'm like, oh my goodness, maybe it's back. Thank God. All right, and so one day my husband calls me and he's like, maybe is I'm like, maybe is what? I could not hear him clearly because the network was bad. Immediately I ran to Instagram in my head. I'm like, oh, maybe she's come back online, and I was so excited to open Instagram to check. And then he forwarded a message to me, and I'm like, I was so shocked. I was like, maybe it's dead. I'm like, how do you know? Like, which maybe it's not possible. What if she's not the one? I had several thoughts running through my head that day, and I was just broken. I was really broken. I was really broken, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this cannot be happening. It's not possible. Like, it's a lie. It has to be a lie. It really has to be a lie. But apparently, it wasn't a lie. And I think that same day, it told me on, I think on Thursday, then the next day, Friday, I think Friday morning or that same Thursday, it's forwarded another message from their school's group chats because they, excuse me, because they went to the same uni. So my husband knew maybe from school, right? And so I just knew maybe from Instagram before I even knew that they knew each other. Before I found out that they knew each other, and so sent he forwarded another message saying that, oh, they'll be having like a candle night thingy for her, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's actually really true. Like, it's actually really true. I joined that night, and it was it was so sad. It was so sad. Our friends that put the whole thing together, and I still could not believe the fact that maybe was there. Like, how? Why? This person loved God so much. Like, maybe would always say, you know, if you are watching maybe's YouTube channel, even on Instagram, you will know that every Saturday, she and her family, they would always go out for evangelism. She loved God so much. She was joyful. She was always happy. Like, maybe was always happy. She poured out her heart to everyone around her. You could tell that this person loves you. Like, I'd only known maybe for 3 years. Yes, I'd only known her for 3 years, and I'm like, it felt like I've known her so much. I'm like, if me with someone that just knew her from afar, well, maybe not from afar, but you get the point, is feeling this way, how would her family be feeling? Her husband, her mom, her parents, her siblings, how exactly would they be feeling? And that night, we joined. Several people had so many things to say about her. I mean, good things, of course. When her brother was speaking, he said something around I think one of the things I can remember about his sister was one time they were watching movie together on her phone, I think, and then the next thing maybe said was, I think something like Sunkuro or Missy Milara. And instantly I literally heard that in Maybe's voice, and I laughed. I'm like, that's maybe. That's definitely maybe. And it was so beautiful to hear so many people say good things about her, how intentional she was with her friendships with people, her relationships with people. I can never forget. Maybe was first person to reach out to me on Instagram. That was in 2023 during my own wedding planning. I think it was on my court wedding day. She reached out to me to say congratulations. Yeah, well, how are you doing? I hope wedding stress is not too much. Ensure that you document your memories and enjoy yourself. And I was like, oh, hi, Maybe. Thank you so much. And since that time, she has always been there around the corner. In fact, myself and maybe got closer than she was with my husband. Good. I remember the first post I saw about maybe was a post of when her mom's visa was denied. That's when she was pregnant with Juba. Her mom's visa was denied, and she just wrote still long caption. I just watched it. It was she and her husband that were in the video. I just watched the video, and I moved on because personally I have a rule that says for me to follow you, you need to be giving me value. You need to be giving me value, and if I see your post first time, I check your page. I'm like, not bad. I move on. Second time, I check again. Not bad. Third time, if I see your post like three. times and I check your page, I'm like, okay, this person looks like someone I can follow, can learn from, I'll definitely follow you. But I think for maybe it was the second post I saw. I saw a post twice. I went through her page again. I saw that she had a YouTube channel. I was so excited. Oh my goodness, I was very happy. I was very happy. Went through her YouTube channel, followed her immediately, went through her YouTube channel, and I watched her get to know me video. I watched her vlogs, every the whole story of her wedding, how she had a bit of a delay before going to meet her husband in South Africa. She eventually went to meet her husband in South Africa, and I just binge watched everything. I was so excited. I was telling my husband, "Oh, there's this new YouTuber that I saw," and it's like, "Oh, what's her name?" I said this, and maybe he knows me. But I'm like, "Oh, really? Seriously?" I remember another time where I shared the news with maybe. I mean, most people would just usually say, "Oh, congratulations! Oh, I'm so sorry," and they will end the conversation there, right? Because I sent her a DM on Instagram, but maybe we went a step further, and she said, "You know what? Send me your WhatsApp number." And she was constantly checking on me. I don't know how she did it, but she was constantly checking on me. And I remember another time I didn't even tell her. This one I didn't tell her at all. I had to do a procedure, and so I think I went into the theater as at 5 p.m. and I think at about either 5 or 10 minutes past 5, maybe called me. I didn't even know. I didn't know that she called me. It was the next day after I started to feel a little better. I checked my phone, my WhatsApp, and I saw that, oh, maybe called me, and so I called her back. She could not pick at the time, so she called me back, and I told her that, oh, I thought when she called I was in theater, I was undergoing a procedure. She was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, and everything. She was like, she didn't know what was going on, but I was just on her heart, like she was just hearing my name, remembering me, and she was like, you know what, I need to call Gbemi. I need to call Gbemi. I need to call Gbemi. And that was when she called, but I'd gone into the theater as at the time. But in all of this, sincerely, when I heard the news, I was broken. I was really broken, and I was just like, so what exactly is the essence? Like, what else is there to life? Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? This someone that loves God. Like, she was very loud about her faith, very loud about her faith. Loved her husband, loved her children. She was very consistent, very good at everything that she did. Like, how did maybe go 2 Instagram pages from scratch? A TikTok page as well, even a YouTube channel. Like, she was so good and consistent with everything that she did. And so I was just like, what's the point? Like, if it's someone that had a good life, loved God, believed in God, and at what age she's gone, she has 2 little kids. Like, what's the point of everything? What's left? Like, I don't think there's anything that we ought to be doing. I mean, I swear just not live life again or just stay. But when I joined the candle light thing that our friends put together, everyone kept saying the same thing. Anywhere that maybe got into, you would know that she was there. She would always shine her light. She was always very loud about her faith. Like, she was not bothered. She didn't care about anybody. As long as God approves, her husband approves, any other person, they'll be okay. I remember when I took a one-on-one session with her, and I was telling her that, oh, I traveled to Abuja one time, and she was like, oh, so why do you not document the memories? I'm like, oh, well, I didn't want some people to know, because I got married. I was 4 months into my marriage. I didn't want my in-laws to know about it as at the time and all of those things. And she was like, oh, why? Like, why am I stressing about it? I should not bother. This is my life. I should live my life as long as my husband is fine with it and God is fine with it. Any other person, they would be okay. And I'm like, who is this lady? Like, who is this woman? I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But now think everything makes more sense to me because she lived well. Like she lived so well. She gave her all at every single point. Like maybe did not hold back. She never held back. She never held back. At least to me, she never did. She gave her all. And even to people that have never reached out to her, never sent her a DM to say why maybe they had a YouTube videos. I remember when I posted on my story, several people entered my DM to say, "Oh my goodness, this lady, when I was pregnant, I reached out to her to say if she could help with this, and she did. She answered my questions." So another person reached out to me saying that, "Oh, they watched a YouTube video and answered all their questions." Maybe had a video for every situation, like maybe literally documented everything about her life. Like you can watch maybe's channel and know what happened at so point. She lived her life, she enjoyed her life, like she enjoyed, you know how people say that, oh, instead of you recording, blah blah blah, why not just live in the moment? Maybe lived in the moment and recorded the moment. Like she documented the moment and lived in the moment. And for me, after that night, I just realized that, oh my goodness, this lady actually lived her life. Like she lived her life. It's sad that she had to go so early. Trust me, I asked God, I'm like, why? Like, maybe it wasn't the one that was supposed to go. But in all of this, one thing that I took out was right now, I want to live my life. I don't want to care about anybody. I want to live my life. I want to shout at the top of my lungs and not be bothered about any other person beside me or around me saying, I don't want to care. I really don't want to care. I just want to live my life. I want to document my life. I want to share it. Let the whole world see. In fact, even if I'm not sharing for the whole world to see, let my children, when they grow up, when they're old enough, let them watch it and say, ah, my mother actually lived life. Like she enjoyed life. That was one thing I picked from that candlelight session or that was put together for her. And I was just hearing in my head, maybe saying, just go ahead, document your life, live your life, document, document, document. And so right now, I feel like I'm just, I've gotten to a point where I don't care. I'm living my life as if there's no tomorrow, as if there's no tomorrow. Sincerely, I just want to be happy. I want to express love to the people around me. I want to show my friends how much they mean to me. I want to show my husband that I love him so much. I want to show him that this your wife, oh, she carry your matter on her head. Like I want to show everybody around me that, oh, this person is actually a loving person. This person is a joyful person. And in all of this, I'm just saying that I know that Juba and Kira are definitely they're definitely going to be taken care of. Like God is their help. Like they will never lack anything. They will never lack anything in life. They will never lack anything. One thing I wish and I think I'm excited about that our family decided to do is to leave our pages online. I think one way you can support is by buying materials. I think the cookbook, I don't know if it's a cookbook, but the one for children where you can get several food options there. I think that's one thing that she would really love and her family wants. That's one of my plans as well. I think I'm even going to do it before I even start thinking of making babies. So buy as many as I can because this is something that would help the children. This is one way by which you can support the family at this point, right? And I just pray for comfort for her husband. I just pray for comfort for him. I pray for comfort for her parents, for her siblings. And I really like that she had time to spend with her mom before she died. Like she actually spent time with her mom. She babied her mommy before she died. Thank you maybe for living well. You actually lived well. It was short, but it was very impactful. It was very impactful. I mean, I have several other things that I want to say to you, but I know that when we get to heaven, I know that when I get to heaven, definitely see you there, and I can't wait to hug you. I hope we can give hugs in heaven. I really hope we can give hugs in heaven because I just want to jump on you and hug you and tell you so many things. Like so many things. Feels like I lost a big sister because I actually did. I lost a big sister. I was so happy that I had someone that could relate. I remember when I was going through a tough time when I was sick. Maybe I had a video on exactly what I was going through, and I watched the video and it felt like someone was there with me. Like it made me feel like I was not alone in what it was I was going through. Like so right now, here and now, this is just me telling you that is watching it that live your life. Don't just live life, live for God. Live for God because that is what we have. That is who we have. Right now, we we are mourning, we are sad, right? I mean, she's no longer here, but we know that she's in a better place. And that's the hope that we have. That's the comfort that we have. That's what we hold on to, knowing that this person is in heaven, like she's in a better place. So I want to tell you that if you haven't been living your life for Christ, if you haven't given your life to Christ, now is the best time for you to give your life to Christ because there's nothing in this life. Life is very fickle. Like there's nothing in it. There's nothing. You wake up today, you go to work tomorrow, you make money, the money finishes, next thing you die. So where are you going? So what's left? It is just God. It is God that we actually have. That's the only thing that makes life better for every one of us. So I just want to tell you that if you haven't given your life to Christ, you should do that now. Like you should do that now, not from a place of fear, but from a place of love. And when we get to heaven, we will see one another, we will smile, and together we're going to shout, chant, rejoice. Hallelujah. Okay, so my plan was to do this as an Instagram post at first, but I could not get myself to type. And I said, you know what, I'll just do it at a YouTube post and I'm going to make it private. But I'm like, nah, maybe it's not going to make this private. I've learned something. I cannot leave everything that I've learned from this person to just go like that. No, a legacy has to live on her impact. The impact that she has made, it has to continue. Several people, years from now, needs to know that this person was one of the people that impacted my life. Our children needs to know that their mom was one of the persons that impacted my life in a very huge way. Alright, that's the end of this video. And yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.